Good evening, everyone. This is John Caldwell here with the results of WWE Crown Jewel for all of you who missed it. Now, before I get into these results, I just want to say that I was not able to watch this show because I actually slept through it, but I'm really happy that I did sleep through it after reading these results. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and get right to it. The WWE Crown Jewel pay-per-view kicked off with Hulk Hogan making his televised return to the company, and started with his trademark, "Let me tell you something, brother." Hogan said it was great to be back and was excited to be the host of Crown Jewel. Also, some other notes: the kickoff show was done in studio. While Michael Cole did mention the location as Riyadh, the term Saudi Arabia wasn't used during the kickoff, and Renee Young was shown at ringside in a black outfit, but she wasn't wearing any headgear. Our first match was Shinsuke Nakamura, the United States Champion, taking on Rusev for the US title. Rusev got the accolade on, but Nakamura broke out by accidentally hitting Rusev with a headbutt to the groin. Nakamura hit the Kinshasa for the victory. Our next match was the first match in the World Cup tournament. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. The ring announcer did the individual introductions before the entrances began. Orton and Mysterio both got pyro for their entrances. Orton countered a Mysterio springboard dive with an impressive drop kick. Mysterio won a quick match with a sudden roll-up. Orton attacked Mysterio with an RKO after the match and slammed him into the announce table. Our next match in the World Cup tournament, Jeff Hardy versus The Miz. Jeff Hardy had a hot start and even got an early near fall on The Miz. The Miz tried to put his feet on the ropes for a pinfall, but the referee caught it. The Miz ended up picking up the victory with a skull-crushing finale. Our next match in the World Cup tournament was Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. Leo Rush hyped up Bobby Lashley and said the people are jealous because none of them will ever look like Lashley. It was a fairly quick and basic match with Lashley hitting some power moves, but Rollins scoring the victory with the curb stomp. Our next match in the World Cup tournament was Kurt Angle versus Dolph Ziggler. Drew McIntyre came out with Dolph Ziggler. Angle did his trademark German suplexes, including the attempt to the floor. Ziggler slowed the pace down with a sleeper hold to Angle. Angle hit an angle slam, but Ziggler kicked out and McIntyre got on the apron for a second. Angle got the ankle lock on, but Ziggler eventually broke out. Ziggler hit the zigzag to pick up the win after Angle went into the ring post. Our next match was the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Bar, taking on the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The New Day had a magic carpet entrance. Kofi and Big E worked the match. The Bar worked over Kofi until Big E got the hot tag. Big Show knocked out Big E when the referee was looking, and Sheamus pinned Big E after hitting the Brogue Kick. So there you have it, The Bar is still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Our next match was another World Cup match, Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. Miz and Mysterio did pre-match promos. The Miz had a noticeable sore throat. Miz hit a skull-crushing finale, but Mysterio kicked out and Miz started doing the yes kicks. Mysterio got a near fall on the same roll-up that he almost beat Orton with. Mysterio went for the frog splash, but Miz countered with knees to the ribs and pinned him. The announcers teased that Miz has to win the tournament or be fired by Shane McMahon. Our next match was another World Cup tournament match, Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. The announcers were bringing up how both guys were hurt from the previous match. Drew McIntyre got in Rollins' face and Rollins dared McIntyre to hit him. Rollins did an outside dive to both Ziggler and McIntyre. Rollins got pushed off the apron by McIntyre and Ziggler hit the super kick to pin Rollins. Byron Saxton interviewed Dolph Ziggler and Ziggler said that nobody gave a damn about him. Ziggler said the next time people saw him in the ring, he would be holding the trophy and prove he is the best in the world. Our next match was the WWE Champion AJ Styles taking on Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. Styles had a strong start by going after Joe's knee, but Joe was able to gain control. Styles made his comeback and won with the phenomenal forearm. Our next match was Braun Strowman taking on Brock Lesnar for the vacant Universal Championship. Baron Corbin held up the Universal title and then hit Strowman in the back with the title. Corbin had the referee start the match. Lesnar hit an F5, but Strowman kicked out. Lesnar hit two more, but Strowman kept kicking out. Lesnar then gave Strowman an F5 outside of the ring, and Strowman barely got back in the ring at a count of 9. Lesnar finally won with the 5th F5. So that is true. Brock Lesnar is now the new Universal Champion and the first ever two-time Universal Champion. God save us all. Our next match was the finals of the World Cup tournament. The Miz taking on Dolph Ziggler for the World Cup trophy. Shane McMahon was at ringside for the match. The referee insisted that Drew McIntyre leave ringside before ringing the bell. McIntyre left and Miz attacked Ziggler from behind. The two fought on the outside and Miz started selling his leg. The referee wanted to call off the match. Shane McMahon said the match wasn't going to be called off, and then completely out of nowhere, Shane said he was taking Miz's place and the match officially started. Shane McMahon pinned off Ziggler after hitting a coast-to-coast and won the Best in the World trophy. So there you have it. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I still don't know what to make of this, but for some god unknown reason, Shane McMahon wins the World Cup tournament. And in our main event of Crown Jewel, it was the Generation X taking on the Brothers of Destruction. DX came out together and Undertaker and Kane had separate entrances. Triple H and Kane started the match. HBK tagged in and teased Sweet Chin Music on Kane. Kane tagged out to the Undertaker. Undertaker and Kane cleared the ring and DX regrouped on the outside. Back in the ring, Undertaker hit Old School on HBK. HBK did his kip up and got a "You Still Got It" chant. HBK hit his flying elbow and went for the Sweet Chin Music, but Kane countered it into a chokeslam. The two fought on the outside and Kane chokeslammed Triple H through the announce table. Back in the ring, Kane and The Undertaker got the heat on Shawn Michaels. The crowd did a "Fight Forever" chant. HBK did a moonsault to the outside on Undertaker and Kane's mask fell off. Triple H got the hot tag and hit a pedigree on Undertaker. Undertaker countered into a Hell's Gate. Shawn Michaels got the Sweet Chin Music on Kane, and Kane fell over onto Undertaker, which broke the submission. Shawn Michaels hit the Sweet Chin Music twice to Kane, and Triple H hit the pedigree to Kane to pick up the victory. Fireworks went off for the big celebration. So there you have it, the results of WWE Crown Jewel. My personal opinion, I can't really give a whole lot because, like I said, I slept through the show. But judging from the results, I gotta say that this is probably one of the worst shows that WWE has ever done. I do not understand why Shane McMahon would win the World Cup tournament. That really doesn't make no sense to me. I really don't like seeing Brock Lesnar as Universal Champion, but of course they're going to do that because they're going to try to do the whole joint UFC WWE champion thing where Brock Lesnar holds the heavyweight title in UFC and the Universal title in the WWE. A lot of backlash for this show on social media, of course. A lot of people saying that they have canceled their network subscriptions and that they are going to boycott the WWE. I know that has been going around a lot. A friend of mine, Nathaniel Combs, better known on YouTube as Animal1377, up-and-coming YouTuber, sent me a message when Shane McMahon won, and it was just a bunch of swear words and everything. I mean, this is a mess. It really is. Also, Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic tweeted, "I think Crown Jewel has aged me about 30 years. Hulk Hogan returns, Brock Lesnar wins the Universal title, and Shane McMahon is the best in the world. I need a drink." And Busted Open Radio posted photos of Lesnar with the Universal title and Shane McMahon with the World Cup trophy and wrote, "It's been an interesting afternoon." I also want to note this, that a lot of people has been tagging CM Punk on Twitter and have been posting photos of CM Punk saying this is the real best in the world. So pretty interesting to see all that happen. But there you have it, the results of WWE Crown Jewel. I will be back here Monday for another Jamin John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing, so I will catch you then, because I definitely need a weekend to process what just happened here. So check back here Monday for another Jamin John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing. In the meantime, this is Jamin John saying thanks, goodbye, and have a great weekend, everybody.